am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, this is an original 151 tier list. Okay, we're gonna be ranking every single Pokemon from the original Kanto region in 5 categories: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and F tier. Alright, I got 151 Pokemon I need to get through, so let's just hurry it up. Okay, Bulbasaur is A tier. All of the starting Pokemon, I think I'm just going to put them all in A tier. They did a fantastic job in making all of these starting Pokemon great. Like, they're all viable throughout the whole start of the game. They're all great. They're fantastic. Ivysaur, probably a B tier. It's just a stepping stone to Venusaur, where Venusaur is an S tier. The amount of status abilities he gets to be able to, like, paralyze Pokemon, put Pokemon to sleep, and it's really good that he's, like, one of the starting Pokemon. Charmeleon, B tier. He's okay. Again, he's just a stepping stone to the next Pokemon. Charizard, many of you are probably going to disagree with this, but Charizard is B tier. Alright, I was never on that Charizard train as I was growing up. I started with Blastoise, actually, was my very first starter. So when people say, oh, Charizard's like amazing, Charizard's the best Pokemon. Nah, it's not. And I'm sure everyone's sick of Game Freak, like, putting Charizard in all of the promotional material. They're putting Charizard in every single game now. It's sort of getting a little bit much, okay? Can we get a little bit of love for maybe, like, Venusaur, or maybe Blastoise? Or maybe, I don't know, the other 5 or 6 games you've made past Kanto? Can we, like, move on from Kanto, please? I say as I'm making a Kanto tier list. Alright, Wartortle is, again, B tier. Probably Charizard's probably the best of B tier, but it's still B tier. Wartortle's B tier. Again, it's just a stepping stone to Blastoise. Blastoise is S tier. It's just... Oh, Blastoise is so much... It's so good. It's so much fun. Caterpie is probably C tier. Let's be honest here. Caterpie's C tier. It's never going to be as strong as any of these Pokemon up here. Metapod is F tier. Same as Kakuna. All they do is harden. Again, another stepping stone to a much better Pokemon. But these stepping stones, they're sort of like... When you go up a step, like this is Caterpie, when you try and go up to like the next step, you like trip and you fall a little bit. And then like as you keep walking, you're like, did anyone else see that? No? Okay. That was Metapod. That's Metapod and Kakuna, is that little like trip you do upstairs. You can argue all you want, but I'm right. Okay. Butterfree is probably C tier. So again, oh, I guess it's not really stairs. I guess you're going from like one level down back to the same level. Butterfree is C tier. It never sees play past the first half of the game. It's just not good enough. Weedle is the same as Caterpie. C tier. Beedrill, I've always wanted to make work, and I'm so glad it got a Mega Evolution, because the Mega Evolution is just so good. But in Kanto, specifically, it's C tier. It's definitely high C tier, but it doesn't see play past, like, the 2nd or 3rd gym. Like, you're not going to take this Pokemon to the Elite Four. There's no way. Pidgey is B tier. When you get a Pidgey, like the main Pokemon that you want from the very first route is a Pidgey. You don't want a Rattata. And you can keep a Pidgey throughout the whole game. So I would say Pidgeotto is B tier, and then Pidgeot is A tier. Can we get in there? Pidgeot is A tier because it's just, you can keep it from the start of the game. It works throughout the whole game. It's great. Rattata though, ooh, not as good. Let's go C tier for Rattata. Probably, I would pick it, yeah, that's a good spot for it. Raticate, same as that. In Nuzlocke, you either have a choice of Pidgey or Rattata, and you never want a Rattata, so there you go. Spearow is just a budget Pidgey. Prove me wrong. Same as Fearow. Fearow is better than all of these Pokemon, but it's not as good as Pidgey. Oh my god. I've got so many Pokemon to go through. Alright, Ekans. Ekans is great, actually, with Shed Skin. Ekans and Arbok do really work well. Shed Skin is a fantastic ability. But I'm going to say it's C tier. I would say it's not a Pokemon that people normally use. So I'm going to put it in C tier, just like that. Pikachu is... Ooh, it is the mascot of Pokemon, but I think we see too much of Pikachu. There's, like, it's the same as Charizard. They're trying to stuff Pikachu into everything. I get it's their mascot. Like, I understand that. But stuffing Pikachu into everything does not make it a good Pokemon. So let's put it right there. Raichu. I actually enjoy Raichu a lot more than I should. So I'm going to put Raichu all the way up here. I don't use it probably past the mid-game onwards, but I really enjoy using Raichu. I think it's a fantastic Pokemon. I think it's really fun to play. It's much better than Pikachu. I think Sandshrew and Sandslash are... they're okay. They're just okay. Let's chuck them in C tier where they belong. Just like that. Sandslash, probably like that. Alrighty, Nidoran male and female. Nidoran male and female are okay. So C tier they go. I would say they're better than Raticate. I would probably prefer the male Nidoran because you get Nidoking as opposed to Nidoqueen. Nidoking can learn like Surf. I don't know if Nidoqueen can learn Surf, but Nidoking just feels like a lot cooler to me than Nidoqueen. I would probably put Nidoran, Nidorina, and Nidorino probably roughly the same. I probably want a Nidorino over a Sandslash. Yeah. Nidoqueen is probably A tier. Just like that. And then Nidoqueen is C tier. Nidoking is B tier. I would say I would want a Nidoking over a Raichu. Clefairy is C tier. Let's be real, okay? Nah. I don't even need to say anything. I'm struggling to speak. It's C tier. Clefable is probably just a little bit better. I probably want a Butterfree over Clefable, honestly. I could be wrong, but that's what I prefer. Vulpix is probably C tier. I'm just gonna try and find all the room for these trash Pokemon. I want Vulpix over an Ekans. Yes, I do. Ninetales, definitely A tier, I think. I would still prefer any of the starters over a Ninetales, because these starters do have potential beyond the second evolution. Jigglypuff, oh wow, C tier. Wigglytuff, oh wow, actually, I think it's better than Jigglypuff because it's an evolution, but that's about it. There's not really much else to say. Zubat, ooh, Zubat is probably C tier, high C tier, because it evolves into Golbat. But then Golbat really doesn't have anywhere to go after Golbat because Crobat doesn't exist yet. So let's go boom. And Golbat is probably... boom. There you go. We're getting a lot of C tiers. Hopefully that doesn't continue as we go along. Oddish. Oddish is high C tier. Yeah, I'd probably prefer an Oddish over anything below that. Gloom is just good. I would prefer a Gloom over a Nidorina, yes. And a Blossom. No, that's a Vileplume. Vileplume is probably A tier. I would prefer a Vileplume over a Ninetales. Paraz. Man, there's so many C tiers. Yikes. Alright, I need to fix this. Okay, let's put Paraz right there. Yeah, that works. I'm going to chuck all these bad boys down here where they belong. I prefer a Spearow over that. Yep. I prefer a Spearow over a Rattata. I'm going to put all these bad boys in F tier where they belong. It's just C tier is getting a little bit too crowded, and they should probably be in F tier. I really don't want Eradicate. I would prefer a Paraz over Eradicate. Parasect, however, goes a little bit right there, I think. No. Goes a little bit further up. There. Venonat evolves into Venomoth. I feel like Venomoth is very underrated. I really do enjoy Venomoth. So I'm going to put Venonat right here. There's actually a decent amount of poison-type Pokemon, I just realized. Venomoth is A tier. Let's put Venomoth right there, where it belongs. Really not much to say about Diglett. Really low C tier. Let's be real. Diglett, the only thing going for Diglett is the memes surrounding it. That's it. And the same as Dugtrio. When I think of like using a Pokemon on my team, I do not think of a Dugtrio first. I think of a Dugtrio over an Oddish. Okay, what's up next? Meowth. Ooh, Meowth is F tier. Same as Persian. You can call me out on it, but it's high F tier. I will never use these two Pokemon. They just have nothing going for them. The only thing going for them, like the only thing they maybe have going for them is Payday. The move Payday, where you get money. But then it's like 20 bucks you find on the ground. It's nothing, and it's not worth it. And they just have no moves that make me go like, Ooh, I want to use a Persian in my next team. What? No. Never. Psyduck. Psyduck does evolve into Golduck, which is pretty good. Psyduck should probably go, I'm going to say C tier, but I'm going to say low C tier. Yeah. Yeah. Golduck is probably high C tier. I would probably use a Golduck over a Fearow. Yeah. Primeape is... Mankey and Primeape are definitely underrated. I think you can only get Mankey in like one location in... God, where is it? I don't remember, but I think it's like Cerulean City, I want to say? Or maybe that's where you find Spearow. But I think these two are definitely underrated in like the Pokemon world. But they're definitely C tier. So you are high C tier. Okay, let's fix some of these rankings, because you need to go up, you need to go up. I think you guys are deserving of B tier. And then Primeape goes right there. Right there. I'm much happier with this now. Yep. Growlithe and Arcanine. Ooh, okay. So when I was growing up, I really liked Arcanine. I thought it was really, really cool. Where did I put it? There I put it. Thought it was really, really cool. But as I grew up and I found like a lot of people like Arcanine. So then I go like, it wasn't as cool anymore. Growlithe and Arcanine. You can only find them late game. In, God, what is it? The Ruined Mansion? In, what's that island you gotta surf down from Pewter City from? I always forget what its name is. It's that one. Everyone knows what it is. You can only find it in that mansion. Let's go Growlithe's B tier. And then Arcanine is high B tier. My rankings are sort of all over the place. But that's why you join this channel. That's why you have fun with me. Okay, Poliwag is high C tier. Poliwhirl is high B tier. Got to speed run this. I'm already been doing this for like 20 minutes. And I'm over halfway. I'm doing well. Poliwrath is high B tier. Poliwrath is so underrated. The ability to use water types and fighting type moves is just... Oh, it's so good. And I feel like a lot of people skip Poliwrath to go to Politoed, the green one, because it just gets Drizzle as an ability. Which, I mean, understandable. It gets Drizzle. Drizzle's overpowered as hell. Okay, if we look at this from a game perspective, Abra goes in F tier. Because he doesn't do anything. All he does is teleport. His main thing is he has really good evolutions. That's all that Abra does. And if we're applying the same logic we do to Abra to like Caterpie or Metapod, for example, they deserve to be in F tier. They don't have anything going for them. Kadabra, however, is high B tier. Because it has a lot going for it. Its special attack gets boosted, its speed gets boosted, and it also has the best evolution, I guess, in the game of Kadabra. Let's put Kadabra in S tier. This is Alakazam, sorry. Alakazam in S tier where it belongs. Fun fact about Alakazam while I'm doing Machop is I never had someone to trade with when I was younger, so I only got stuck with a Kadabra for like forever. It was only until like pretty recently, like when I got the Switch, where I was able to like trade with friends and actually get a Kadabra, sorry, an Alakazam and a Machamp. Machamp, super cool, is probably A tier, Machamp. Its attack stat is like, oh, it's so good. Its attack stat is really good. Sorry, I'm trying to think of anything else that's good with it. Its attack stat is really high. That's why I like it. Blossom. Ooh, okay. Blossom is B tier. Let's be real. Let's put it right there. Yep. What's a Pokemon? Weepinbell. Yeah, Weepinbell. Boom. Victory Bell. I really want to put it in, like, high B tier, but, man, they're... Okay, let's put it in high C tier, because it's a grass type. Like, there's nothing else going for it, whereas Vileplume, Ivysaur... Like, there are other Pokemon in this generation that have, like, grass and then something else. Like, they do something else as opposed to just doing grass-type moves. Oops. Hey, get back to where you belong. Tentacool. Okay, C tier. C tier you go. Tentacruel, however, is B tier. The addition of like water and psychic makes it like really, really good to use. Water and poison, sorry. It's water and poison. Yeah, water and poison is a really good like split. I really enjoy that combo. And I have nothing else to say. Geodude, good early game. It does evolve into Golem if you're able to trade it, but it really drops off really quickly. So I'm going to put Geodude in C tier, Graveler in high C tier, but Golem low B tier. Hold on. I need to adjust this a little bit. You go there. You go there. You go there. Okay. I'm only keeping these two in the same rank because there's not really much of a difference when you go from Graveler to Golem. Like, what do you really get? Like, would you really prefer to use a Golem over, I don't know, anything else in B tier? Like, come on, guys, let's be real. Ponyta and Rapidash. Ponyta and Rapidash come in pretty late to the game. I don't really want to switch out a Pokemon I already have for these. I don't really see why I would use these two Pokemon over something else. So let's go Rapidash. Let's go Ponyta there because it literally just beats Victory Bell. And then Rapidash, I would say there. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Slowpoke and Slowbro. Okay, Slowpoke, I would put in high C tier. Slowbro would probably be super high B tier. Slowbro is super underrated. Slowking and what's the other one? No, there is no other one. Yeah, this is the other one. I'll put Slowbro in high B tier. Let's move a couple of these up. Okay. Okay, maybe Charizard does deserve A tier, but it's not S tier, like everyone thinks it is. It's not. Okay, you don't deserve to be up there. Magnemite, Magneton. Magnemite is C tier. It just doesn't get as any higher. Magneton, however, does. So let's go where it belongs. Yeah. Farfetch'd, F tier. At what point are you designing a team and you're like, I want a Pokemon who doesn't evolve, only knows normal type moves and flying type moves, and has a stick? F tier. Actually, no. Abra should be like lower towards the bottom here. Should be like that. Farfetch'd should be at the bottom. Yep. Dodrio and Doduo. Dodrio is C tier, low C tier. Dodrio is... let's be like low B tier. Because I think it's cool, but again, it's only normal, it's only flying type. Like, I've seen this before in Pidgeot. Pidgeot gets this high because of its fast speed stat, but when I think of speed, I don't think of Dodrio. I don't know, maybe it has a faster speed than Pidgeot. We'll check this afterwards. Seal and Dugong. Seal is C tier. Dugong is B tier. Boom. Grimer and Muck. Grimer is C tier. Muck is B tier. Whereabouts does Muck go, though? I would prefer to use a Rapidash. No, I would prefer to use a... yeah, that's perfect, actually. I would prefer to use a Golduck over a Muck, but a Muck over a Dugong. I never really use Dugong, admittedly. I never use it, but I always thought it was really cool to see and to fight against. That's why it's getting such a high rating. What is this? This is Cloyster. What's this one? Shelder. Yep. Shelder is... C tier. Yes. Cloyster is B tier. I think we're seeing a pattern. Cloyster gets higher than this, higher than that, higher than that. Lower than that. Yeah. I would prefer to use a Tentacruel over a Cloyster. Because of the poison abilities that I could have. Ooh, okay. Ghastly Haunter Gengar. This is an interesting one. You may disagree with my take here, but it's the correct take, so you would be wrong. Ghastly is C tier. I think we all agree. It's just not as good as some of the other Pokemon we have on the board. Haunter is my favorite out of the trio. So I would put Haunter probably higher than Venomoth. But Gengar, not much higher than that. Because, again, I didn't grow up with any trading abilities, so my sole Pokemon that I kept with was Haunter. I wasn't able to transfer Pokemon to get a Gengar. Gengar is very strong, I will admit that. So he's probably B tier. I'd say high B tier. Because you do need, like, another game to be able to get him. That's what's keeping him from, like, getting up into the other tiers. I understand, like, Machamp and Alakazam have those limitations as well, but their limitations are, like, just trade, and then you've got this absolute beast. When I see Gengar, I see, when you trade, you got a beast. As opposed to, like, an absolute beast. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Onix is low B tier. Can actually, like, survive a lot longer than you think. Probably until the mid-game, then you need to, like, train him out. Drowsy and Hypno, huh? Drowsy and Hypno. I'm sure I can count on the amount of fingers that I have, the amount of people who have played Drowsy and Hypno. So, let's put him where they belong. Boom. And Hypno is going to be a little bit higher. Boom. Krabby and Kingler. Ooh, okay. Wow. I can count on one hand the amount of people who have used these two Pokemon. Krabby is C tier. Kingler is higher C tier. Voltorb and Electrode. Their whole gimmick is they look like Pokeballs. Which is a funny gimmick the first time. And then you're like, okay, I've just got a Pokemon that's going to explode on me every time I see it. Boom. And boom. There you go. What is this? What is this Pokemon? Executor. So as I was saying, Execute and Executor have more stuff going for them. They're like Grass and Psychic. Hold on, I just need to scroll up. They're not saying in B tier. They have more things going for them than just, I'm a Grass type. So I would put that in B tier. Yep. Cubone and Marowak. Okay. They're okay. Their stats don't really get too high. You're probably going to use them. You're probably not going to use them past the mid game. So I'm going to put them in probably high C tier. And probably low B tier. Because they just don't get there for me. Ooh, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. Or Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. I don't know which one's which. You're going to be in B tier. You are going to be in low B tier. Hear me out. Hitmonlee is neat. Hold on. Hitmonchan has the Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Electric Punch, or Thunder Punch. But those moves are special type moves. And in Kanto, this guy's a physical type attacker. So they actually don't do that much moves. Or that much damage, sorry. So his moveset is actually pretty garbage compared to Hitmonlee's, where it's just like, I kick, I kick. This guy punches, but his punches are so much weaker than Hitmonlee's. Lickitung, oh wow, looks like a C tier to me. At what point are you building out your team and you're like, Lickitung, that's the Pokemon I want. It's a normal type Pokemon. Sorry, I was looking for other stuff to add, but no, it's just a normal type Pokemon, that's it. Coughing, there's really not much going for Lickitung. Coughing is C tier. Wheezing is high C tier. Again, I just don't think it has the stats to, like, fight against other Pokemon in the Elite Four or, like, late game, stuff like that. Rhyhorn, high C tier. Rhydon is high B tier. Chansey, oh, Chansey is insane. Now they're at the end of the Pokedex, we're getting all the really, really good Pokemon. Chansey is high A tier. Its health is, like, special defense? Oh, insane. Tangela. That's about as much as I care to say. C tier. Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is high B tier. Low A tier. Yeah, it's low A tier. Yeah. Its Mega Evolution is incredible. It's like, I think it was banned at one point. I could be wrong. but every move it does, it like does that amount of damage halved again. So it's like doing 1.5 damage to everything. It's so broken. Plus, that Pokemon is just really cool. I always wanted one when I was playing through Kanto. You can get it in the Safari Zone. I've memorized where you can get it because I thought it was really cool. Seadra. Horsey and Seadra. It really needs Kingdra to make these guys like a lot better. But these two just aren't good enough to get up to the higher tiers. They're only getting so high on this chart because they are in the late game. You can only really get these Pokemon... No, I think they're mid-game actually. Mid-game to late game, but they're not. You're not going to use them past Gym 6, probably. Gym 5 or 6. Goldeen and Seeking. Okay, okay. You can get these guys pretty early on. But I don't think they go pretty far into the game, honestly. They're just not as good. Sorry, man. They're just not. Star you, star me. Star, who do you see? I see a star in me. I'm a rapper. Starmie is actually pretty incredible. I feel like Starmie is, I want to say underrated, but I'm sure that people actually realize how good Starmie is. So I'm going to keep it in B tier where it belongs. Mr. Mime. It's okay. Like, I get it's supposed to be like this single Pokemon, same as Scyther and Jinx and Electabuzz and Magmar and Pinsir. So I guess all 6 of these Pokemon, they just need their next evolution to be able to do something. Like, Sinnoh actually helped out these 2 Pokemon, and Scyther, I believe, as well. But Mr. Mime, Jinx, and Pinsir have all just, like, suffered, man. They're all just sitting there doing nothing. When I think of Mr. Mime, I think of low B tier. Let's be real, low B tier. When I think of Jinx, I think low B tier. When I think of Pinsir, I think low B tier. You're the worst one. When I think of these 3, they are only brought up by their evolutions, but they are not in the game yet. Like, they're not in the series yet. So I'm going to give Scyther to B tier, high B tier, middle B tier. Middle to low B tier. Electabuzz next to Scyther. Magmar next to both of them. This guy only gets as high because he's an electric type, and there aren't many electric types in the game. I think. Yeah, I'm not really seeing many electric types here. There aren't many electric types in the game, so he gets the higher vote as opposed to, like, Magmar and Scyther. Tauros. Oh, actually, I forgot about Tauros. Yep, same. It doesn't really, like, get there, you know? Tauros is really cool by itself, but I don't see me using it on a team. Sorry, man, I just can't. Magikarp is F tier, let's be real. F tier, but its evolution is A tier. Actually, Gyarados with Intimidate is incredible. Gyarados with Intimidate, it's able to, like, tank hits. You can flip it out, it intimidates, they lower one attack, you can flip it out, flip it back in. It's A tier. S tier, sorry. It's incredible. Lapras is high A tier. High A tier. You also get given one in the game, so it's like you don't even need to find it. You can just stumble across it as normal and just find this Pokemon. And just be given this Pokemon, sorry. It's incredible. Ditto is F tier. I'm talking in terms of battling, I'm talking in terms of catching Pokemon, playing throughout the game. Ditto, no one wants a Ditto. Full stop. You only want a Ditto for breeding purposes, and that is it. So, F tier. Probably the worst Pokemon, actually. Actually, with Imposter, it becomes top of F tier. Yeah, I'll put it there. Eevee. Eevee by itself is okay. Eevee by itself is C tier. It's only held up by its evolutions, which are all B tier and above. Let's say mid B tier, same as everything else. Actually, Flareon gets Oh, doesn't Flareon have like something wrong with it though? Like fire type moves. It's a physical type attacker, but fire type moves are all special types. So it is actually like the worst one to choose. So I'm going to put that further down. I could be wrong on that one, and please let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I remember something along those lines happening. Porygon. Wow, you get given a Porygon, I believe. But as soon as you get given it, it just gets put in the box. There, full stop. C tier. Omanite, Omastar. Memes aside, they're pretty good Pokemon. Omanite, you get it out of a fossil. Omastar is, I would say, pretty good. I would put it probably there, I think. Yeah. Kabuto, Kabutops. Kabutops is, incredible. I really like Kabutops. I don't think it's very good as a Pokemon, though. Kabuto, I would put here. There. Kabutops, I would put right there, actually. Right there. Yeah, right there. Aerodactyl is, I think, A tier. I could be wrong on this one, but I think Aerodactyl's A tier because it just comes out of the gate with really strong stats, is rock and flying, so it just has a really good typing to be able to fight all opponents. It's just really good. Snorlax is A tier. It's just, yeah, it's almost a must-have in the game. Like, there are just... You also get given 2, I believe, which is, like, incredible. It's so good. Oh, actually, should I put these legendaries on the scale? Because we all know that legendaries have, like, a significantly high amount of strength compared to everyone else. I'm gonna add a row, legendaries. They don't get counted because they are just too strong, okay? They're just too strong. Let's all agree, yes, we would obviously use a legendary if we had it, but come on. These are too strong. They would obviously all go in S tier because they're legendaries. Their stats are incredible. They can learn an insane amount of moves. They're too good. So let's put them all the way at the top. Because they can cycle out for basically any Pokemon here. Like, if you were to switch a Blastoise for an Articuno, you would do so in a heartbeat. Dratini actually is pretty good. Like, out of the gate, Dratini is decently strong. It's got Dragon Rage as a move, so I think it's mid to high B tier. Dragonair just gets better. So I think it's definitely high B tier to close to A, I would say. Yeah, I'd say it's close to A, and then Dragonite is S tier. Dragonair evolves into Dragonite at level 55, but Dragonite is just so much better than, like, any Pokemon in the game. Like it's a dragon type. Its stats are just so incredible compared to everything else. It's just too good. So that is my ranking for the 151 Pokemon in Kanto. Holy cow, that took me 40 minutes. So this is the entire ranking of every Pokemon in Kanto, all 151. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. I will be sure to ignore it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I will read all your comments. I always do. I always try and reply to every comment as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and stick around. I have been considering doing a Pokemon ability tier list, but I really don't want to do that. I feel like that's going to be a lot to take in. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Okay. I might need to get a little bit more specific with what I wanted to show. This is a tough one. What I might do is I might give you the second word if you're not sure what this is, because I think that action isn't shown. It might be a little bit too much, but I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give you this one. So the second word is stealing. I mean, it doesn't really show the stealing action,